Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Ratchet and Clank playthrough. Last time we visited the tropical resort of Pokitaru, and now, before we move on to the planet of Orxon, we have to do a little more work here, get the 2 skill points, and then also get the gold bolt that is located here as well. And this is actually my 3rd time attempting this video, because I've just had really bad luck with this one skill point, and it's a case where if you continue to fail this, you have to spend a lot of bolts to get ammo, and as a result, I've just did not want to waste that many bolts, so I'm still here just reloading my save whenever I run out of ammo. And yeah, so basically what we need to do, and as you probably figured from all the planes flying around, yes, this is one of these where you need to actually destroy a certain number of ships in the sky with a specific weapon, and the weapon we need to use is the Visibomb gun, which is the newest weapon we got. And since I haven't showed off the Visibomb gun, I probably should. The Visibomb gun is actually a remote-controlled missile of sorts, where you fire the missile and you can actually control it as Ratchet. So the skill point here is you need to actually destroy 3 of these ships. And this is easier said than done because it is really hard to control this missile, and on top of that, these ships are very evasive. Like, seriously. I don't know how they're this evasive, but I've gotten so close to many of these ships just to end up missing, and what makes this even worse is that you can't just follow them either. You pretty much have to like run into them and hope you run into them, because if the missile gets too far from Ratchet, the missile will actually, like, the screen will go staticky and the missile will explode. And as you can see, I only destroyed 1 ship. That is because I technically, in one of my previous attempts, I did get 2 hits. So as a result, because I haven't turned my game off, it counted that as the 3rd shot, even though, like, it was clearly my 1st shot on this attempt. But you do have to get 3 of them. So one thing you could do to help you out if you don't want to waste ammo, just try your best to get 2 shots, then reload your game right before that, and then get the other shots then. It'll save you a lot of grief. It'll save you a lot of ammo, because the Visibomb gun, the ammo for this is 100 bolts per missile, and that's a lot of bolts you have to spend. So it's better to kind of take care of that in that fashion, as opposed to just kind of trying to hit all of the bolts or all the ships in one session. So that's one of the skill points. The other skill point involves these boxes that we see on the ocean floor. What we need to do is we need to explode all of these boxes. Now, I don't know how many boxes there are, because, well, there's a lot of them. That's really all I gotta say about that. But yeah, you pretty much have to kind of swim around this entire beach to get them all. And thankfully they're, like, kind of in the same general area. Like, you'll never find one that's, like, really out of the way. But still, like, you will have to swim around a lot to find these, so if you don't find them right away, just kind of try to retrace your steps a little bit, see if you can find any other boxes, and then swim back for them in that fashion. I don't think there's any boxes over here by these metallic things. Okay, no, I think we're good, so let's go ahead and keep swimming back around this way. And I guess one thing you could do to kind of help you out is just to kind of showcase where you've been to before. Don't grab the bolts after the box explodes, and you can kind of use that as a way to tell, okay, I've basically been around this area, so maybe there's not a box around here. You can kind of use that to kind of narrow down your search a little bit, I suppose. I wouldn't say it's like the most effective way to do this, but again, it's not a terribly effective way we're doing this right now. Honestly, it would make sense to come back and do this later when you have a more advanced piece of equipment, because there is something that lets you swim around a lot faster, and because of that it makes some things a little more, I guess, reasonable to get. Okay, I think we've gotten all the boxes in this area, so we can swim back this way now. And it'll let you know when you've gotten all the boxes once you've touched like the last one and it explodes, and then like the message will come up. You don't have to wait like a certain amount of time to get the message. Once you're done, it'll tell you pretty immediately that you're done. So if you've exploded a lot of boxes and you still haven't gotten the message yet, chances are there's probably another box laying around that you missed. I wonder if this is actually the last one. Yep, we got it. Okay. So that takes care of the 2 skill points. There's still the matter of the gold bolt. And this gold bolt can be... I don't want to say it's annoying, but it is definitely a gold bolt that you have to cover quite a bit of land before you can get to it. I also think we're kind of... Oh, actually, no. I think it's right here. Yeah, so this is where the first boat is. The boat that you use to kind of get around the island. Near this boat, you'll find a hole in the ocean floor that'll take you to a small cave section. And this is basically where you're going to go next, because there is a gold bolt pretty much at the end of this pathway. Now, along the pathway, though, you will have your work cut out for you, because we have to deal with more of those damn bouncy fish things that kind of get really annoying and kind of mess you up. I don't like dealing with those things. They're very, very annoying, but it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta do things you don't want to do. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our suck cannon out and use this to kind of make things a little easier. Oh, shoot. Where did you come from? Like, he was seriously not there at all, and then he just decided, oh, you know what? I'm going to show up right there. Okay, so let's get the... Oh, yeah, the Devastator. We have a lot of ammo for the Devastator now, which means we could potentially use this a lot in this next section to kind of make things a little easier for us. And as you can see, we destroyed a lot of enemies right there. Okay, come on. Go ahead and get the suck cannon out again. Ah, that was close. So one thing you can kind of do right here is when you're kind of climbing up here, just kind of use the wrench to... Shoot. Oh, come on! Those fish were not falling down earlier, and now they are falling down, which I think is ridiculous. Now, thankfully, it won't happen in all cases, because clearly, like, there's some fish right here. But in some cases, like, the enemies will disappear, and I'm not exactly sure what, like, determines that. But as you can see, like, some of the enemies are gone, and they weren't, like, some of these are here, but not all of them. So it will make this part a little easier to deal with. Okay, shoot, no. But yeah, I don't know why exactly some of the enemies are gone and other enemies aren't gone. Makes no sense to me. Yeah, I'm going to use the Glove of Doom to kind of help me out here a little bit. Get rid of some of these guys. Ugh. Besides, it's giving me more Devastator ammo too, which I am not complaining about that. Devastator, honestly, I will say, is probably one of the best weapons, just because of how useful it is. Hell, it destroyed 2 enemies right there. Come on. Can't really complain about that. But of course, we have one more thing to do before we're done. And see, this is where this is kind of annoying. Because there is an enemy up there. And I do not want to die to this one enemy. When the gold bolt is right there, thankfully I got it. And guess what, guys? That is going to do it for the planet of Pokitaru. Whatever, I don't care. I got what I came here for. And with that, we can leave. And I don't think that's how I was supposed to... Oh, yeah, it was. Okay. Sorry, I was blanking out right there. But yeah, we are done. We are done with Pokitaru, so we can move on and go to some other locations. Namely, the planet of Orxon. So I think that is going to be our next destination. Let me go ahead and get my suck cannon back out. Kind of get these guys out of the way, blow you up. I missed. Whatever. Let's just leave. Seriously, I've had enough of these guys. Those guys seriously ruined, like, my entire time here at this planet. And I will never forgive them because of that. Actually, I'm looking at the time limit right now. Maybe I should kind of do some other things. Actually, no, I shouldn't. I'll go ahead and go to Orxon, because there's not really a whole lot of backtracking we can do right now. We can go back to the Blarg station and get that 1 gold bolt, but nah. I think we'll just go back to Orxon. So yeah, we do have a new mission here now, which is basically to explore the planet as Ratchet. Okay, so we are back here on Orxon, and we're actually using Ratchet now. So, yeah, this should be a very pleasant adventure now that we actually get to see more what's on this planet. But as you can see, all of the Clank stuff that we did earlier has been locked down. So we're gonna have to find a way to unlock all this stuff a little bit later. But you need to be very careful in this section because this is a very, very dangerous part of the game, especially for our equipment at this current point in time. We have some good weapons, and some of the weapons will definitely be very, very helpful here, but we have to just be careful because the enemies can hit really, really hard. So I'm going to make one change here. I'm going to go ahead and replace the Hydro Displacer with the Walloper, which is the melee weapon. We haven't really seen it yet, but it could actually be kind of helpful here for a couple of reasons, and I'll explain why a little bit later. But yeah, let's go ahead and first of all look ahead. We're going to use the, where is it? The Devastator, that's what I'm looking for. So if you look down here, we can see a crab enemy. These guys suck. These guys are really, really annoying. You can't really fight these guys up close and personal because if you hit them, they'll immediately counterattack, so you kind of have to just blast them from a distance. Which may or may not be easy, depending on the circumstances. Anyway, the Walloper. This is, like I said before, it's a melee weapon, and I wouldn't say it's really useful against these guys, but it is a way you can attack these guys, because if you try to use your blaster, they're very, very fast, so you'll probably miss them. Also, one thing the Walloper can do, you can actually use it to bust these crates open, which is kind of cool. But yeah, pretty good melee weapon. I would not recommend it against these crabs, though, which is just something you'll have to look out for. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Glove of Doom out, use this, just to kind of knock these guys out of the way. Let me go ahead and do another one. See, we'll get this crab taken care of too. Now, unfortunately, that blue enemy got away, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just can't take care of all the enemies. So let's go ahead and break this open. Now, thankfully, we do have another Gadgetron vendor right here, so if you're down on any of your ammo, this would probably be a good place to kind of stock up. But honestly, I'm going to keep on moving, and one weapon we're going to bring out is the Visibomb gun. Because we have a ship right here, and this ship is going to keep on firing at us. So if we get far enough away from it, and then fire a Visibomb, we can just immediately destroy this guy. And this guy, definitely recommend you get rid of him as soon as possible, because that can just be a real big annoyance if you don't take care of him. So honestly, even though it's ammo that you might want to have for later and on standby, it's better to just get rid of those guys as soon as possible. So, you know, it may be worth just getting rid of one, in my own honest opinion. And there is going to be another ship like that too, so we'll definitely make sure we use our ammo wisely to get rid of those really pesky annoyances. Thankfully, these guys, these fire sweepers, as I like to call them, they're really not too bad. You can generally take care of them pretty easily. I kind of want to... This is going to be kind of risky, but whatever. I made it work. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get Glove of Doom out again, because we have more enemies. Now, just because these are flying enemies, don't think the Glove of Doom guys will be useless. Because those guys have to land sometime, and when they do, they're going to be immediately attacked by the Doom robots. Oh, crap. There we go. I think we're good, at least for now. Go ahead, get some more health. Okay, so I believe if we move a little further, there is another ship. Yep. So once again, gonna bring out the good old Visibomb gun. Take care of this guy. Boom, take that. And with that, we can make our way over here. Honestly, just getting Devastator ammo I think is very, very worth it, so definitely good we're getting that. Okay, so at this part right here, we need to be very, very careful. We have some of these crab enemies. I'm going to go ahead and just use the Devastator on this guy. Use Devastator here too. At the very least, we'll probably get some weaponry back right here. Nope, Glove of Doom. Well, either way, Glove of Doom, definitely a good weapon to get back as well. So this is what we're going to do. There are some more crabs up ahead, but before we do that, you may notice this pipe right here. And this pipe is actually very, very, very interesting, because if you look through here, you can see that a blue guy. And if we bring out our Devastator again, I think I already had it equipped, but let's just try to shoot him from in here. Haha, that's a skill point. So yeah, that's the first skill point in here. There's going to be another one. We'll see it a little bit later. But yeah, this is how you basically, for one, get the skill point, but it's also a good thing to do anyway, because over here we'll have more of those crab enemies, and the Screamer, which is what that little guy is called, will actually wake the crabs up, so better to kind of take care of them then. And then now we can use Glove of Doom to kind of help us the rest of the way. Use another one. Oh, okay, there were more crabs, but I thought... Oh, wow, there's actually a couple of crabs over there. What would be the best way? I guess just using more Devastator, I suppose. I don't like wasting ammo too much, but I might be able to just get through here, but nah, there's a lot of these guys, so I should probably... Crap. Okay, well that kind of works, I suppose. Whee! Use another Glove of Doom. Yeah, that's why melee combat doesn't really work against those guys, because, yeah, when you hit them once with your wrench, they'll just immediately attack you, so you just gotta be very, very careful with that kind of stuff. Okay, so what do we got beyond here? Well, you know what? I don't like that, so I'm just gonna use the blaster so I can blow up these crates. I see some more crab enemies. And they see me. Yeah, I guess I could just use the blaster on these guys. In fact, blaster might be more effective than the Devastator, because I don't want to use that ammo so easily. Anyway, let's go back this way now. Crap. Die. Fall off that platform. Because that is your destiny. I actually didn't get hit as much as I thought I would in this planet, but still. I definitely used a lot of ammo, though, that's for sure. And this will take us up here. And that'll basically open all the Clank stuff from earlier, so we can now go back and do that. But this is definitely something you want to pay attention to. This is a premium nanotech dispenser. This will basically allow us to increase our health. Something that I would definitely not be opposed to right now. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and take care of some other things in this room. And yeah, let's go ahead and just get something here. Yay, we have 5 health now. That's not a whole lot, but it's still something, and yeah, we can get more. But unfortunately, it'll cost a lot. 30,000 bolts. I think it's going to be a while before we can get that. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. But yeah, that's pretty much what we can get in here. This does lead back to that area too, so you can kind of use that as a shortcut back to this area, and you can use this to get back to where your ship is too, so yeah, these guys are pretty weak because, yeah, we could have fought those guys with Clank earlier, so yep, that's pretty much it. I think that's going to do it for that episode of Ratchet and Clank. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later, folks.